Hey everyone, welcome back to Automotive Manufacturing North America here in Dearborn. Very pleased to welcome my colleague and counterpart from Ultima Media Germany, which is our sister group in Germany. Pascal is the editor-in-chief of publications like Automotive IT, Automobil Produktion, Automobil Elektronik. So even if you don't speak German, you might have a good sense of what some of those publications are covering. It reflects what we do at AMS and automotive logistics and otherwise. And Pascal, welcome. We're very pleased you were able to join us here. I wanted to kind of get your impression of what you've been hearing from the industry in our roundtables and discussions. What's driving things here? How do you see it differently, similar in Germany for the German manufacturers and Europe right now?
Well, I mean, Chris, when we think about it, we are doing automotive manufacturing events for 10 plus years now, you and me. Mm-hmm. And I really have a feeling of, in the last couple of years, and you can see it today, it shifted from like these lighthouse best practice presentations to focus on challenges. And this is important because we have to, like the industry has to embrace this crisis, a proper view about on the crisis. So, and I really have a feeling that there is a sense of togetherness, the sense of we can only find solutions to these problems together. And we heard it today. From Bosch, for instance, every company is working at gaining speed, at becoming much faster, but that is not enough. We need to be faster as an industry. So, and this is an interesting thing that I heard today, and I think this relates to what we see and hear in Germany when we do the same kind of events. It's just this: we can only find solutions together.
And I think to your point, perhaps lighthouse examples, I'm not sure that the audience responds as much to the vision of some future that is untangible. Yeah. I mean, yes, we can see there's opportunities in humanoids and in other things, and that is great. We love to see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But actually, what a lot of people certainly here want to see is what can I implement now, and what can I enhance? What steps can I take to improve? Because the pressure is here now. And to your point, we still need the vision, but we need implementable things. Do you have that sense that people are more interested in the tools and technology on the shop floor today?
Yeah, I absolutely have. And you already said it, tools and technology, because another thing that really stood out to me in these 2 days is the importance of the people. Yeah. You know, I have really something that stuck to my head is digital operations. It's not about technology, it's about people using technology. Yeah. And you know, this is kind of a you don't say-ish thing, but it really has an important point because the automotive industry usually and traditionally is very product-centered, very technology-driven, engineering-driven, and not that much human-centric, not that much customer-centric, people-centric. Yeah. And it's really, in the end, it's really about the people. It's about the problem that you're trying to solve, and not that much technology implementation for the sake of technology implementation. So this is really something that stood out to me because a lot of the speakers today emphasized on that.
Another thing that was with big emphasis over the last 2 days is breaking through these silos. Yeah, absolutely. Right. So as you mentioned, whether we're focused on engineering or focused on production or the end product, sometimes these don't come together as they should. Yeah. I don't think it's new. Obviously, the industry wouldn't have survived if they was really completely separate. Yeah. But clearly, the waste that comes with the silification it speaks against the speed that you referred to earlier. Yeah. So are you seeing that as well when you speak to key leaders in Germany and in Europe in parallel to what we heard today?
Yeah, absolutely. But I think the thing is, companies need to practice what they preach, because you can always find nice words on a stage, but you really have to do it on an everyday basis. And this is where I have the impression there is still way to go. Yeah, absolutely.
No, I agree with you there. It feels like everybody is moving towards this vision, but at the end of the day, and somebody said it, if your day job is operations, if your day job is keeping the manufacturing line running, that's probably what you're going to focus on, right? And or if your job is to engineer the product, you're probably thinking of it more from that. So how do you align the goals, KPIs, objectives? Yes, the tools matter, simultaneous engineering, opportunities of simulation, digital twin, but if two people have two different KPIs, it's not going to come together, and so that's a key point. Yeah, maybe the last kind of point, obviously in automotive IT, you're also so focused on digitalization, on
Yes.
AI,
Yeah.
and maybe count number of times it gets said, but coming back to this point of what's the real use cases? I mean, where are you seeing this make a real difference in the industry today? Or is it actually still that we're still searching for that a little bit, trying to get the foundations right?
Both. Actually, of course, there's as I said before, for a different point, there's still way to go, and there's still, we heard the picture of an explosion, in the middle of an explosion, of an expansion
Yes.
of the possibilities through AI.
Yeah.
But I think the most important point is not really a specific use case. It's like computer vision and quality control. Of course, we're discussing AI use in that. I think the most important part is democratization. Democratization, because like the opportunity for people on the shop floor to use these digital tools really as tools, this is the most important thing for me in terms of AI.
Yeah. No, that's a great point, and I think to the other point is, when we think of an industry that maybe traditionally was built on fairly stable planning processes, frozen production schedules, some sense of 5 to 7 year product life cycles, I mean, the change that we see so rapidly, in parallel to the fact that volume is not really growing in most of the markets, certainly that we cover deeply. If we look at the forecasts for Germany, for Western Europe, if we look at even the US and North America, even China, by the way, China is also not. So the value add for this community, for I think the audiences that we deal with, and I say this often, is if you expect to grow this way, you have to learn to grow this way, and reflect that changes in the industry. I think that's something that we're working together. We look to work together more on this, whether it's at these kind of events, focused on manufacturing, on IT, digitalization of supply chain, logistics, manufacturing, engineering. So we'll have a lot more that we're doing together, and you'll be finding more about, a lot more content that's shared across our publications. And we want to hear from you, auf Deutsch, auf English, both, please. We're very engaged with this industry across the value chain. So Pascal, glad you can be here in the US with us.
Thank you so much.
And looking forward to seeing the next one for sure in Europe as well.
Absolutely, looking forward to it.
Yeah.